He's not as good a player as Manchester United fans think he is. He's got great pace, he's got great potential, but he doesn't understand the game at the moment. He makes poor decisions. He hasn't learnt too much under Mourinho, by the looks of it, because he probably has, although Mourinho says he's played a lot of games, he hasn't always started. Have they found the best position for him, centre forward or out wide? He's played better for England than he has for Manchester United, but I still don't think he's good enough at the moment to play for Real Madrid.
Will he get? Like you talk about, he needs to improve his decision making. Is that something?
But I haven't seen an improvement over the last 2 years. From when he first started playing, I thought he was more intelligent with his movement when I first saw him play in that first season, where he was coming and spinning, he was laying balls off, making the right sort of runs. Now I see a player that wants to prove himself whenever he's playing and makes bad decisions on the ball.
Don't you think Mourinho's put him in that position, though?
To a certain degree, yeah.
Mourinho's at fault for having this kid thinking every time he steps on the field, he has to prove himself. Every time you do that, you're under so much pressure, just from your, personally, never mind everybody else. So I'm absolutely 100%. If Mourinho stays, Marcus Rashford is not going to get better, and he's not going to help him. I think he's far better through the middle.
You can say that about most of the Manchester United players at the moment.
Well, I won't argue with that, but I think when you see him playing with a proper centre forward in Harry Kane with England, he's a completely different player. You see all the qualities he has, and yes, he has. It's still potential, but it won't ever come out under Mourinho.
I think at the same time, though, you've seen the best of Martial over recent weeks, despite a kind of stop-start career under Jose Mourinho himself. And then you just start to wonder where he was making overtures, or certainly his agent, that he wanted to leave, he needed to get away. And you just wonder if he's now thinking, well, you know, I'm not really that bothered or invested in this manager. I'm going to do what comes naturally to me. And you've seen the best of him. I'm not sure if Rashford has that mentality where he can just say, I really don't care what Jose Mourinho says. This is what I see. This is how I'm seeing the game, and this is what I'm going to do. Which maybe was when you saw the best of Rashford in the early days under Jose Mourinho. Let's remember that Eden Hazard had similar difficulties in Mourinho's second spell with Jose Mourinho, and then as soon as Mourinho left, all of a sudden
one of the problems Rashford has, and Martial had, when he was playing counter-attacking football and he had Lukaku up front, Rashford was expected to go and be a right back. Martial was expected to go and be a left back. And then they were trying to counter-attack from 60, 70 yards away. There was too much work that they had to do.
Do you think Rashford knows himself where his best position is in the Premier League?
He wants to be a centre-forward. I think that's where he wants to play, because that's where he played at his very best when he got into the side.
So he's never going to reach his potential if he's playing him wide?
Not in America.
He's not going to harm.